want to try to get you a little bit closer so you can take a look at this and what we're doing. So, let's zoom in here. Let's see. Okay. So you have that, and you can tell I'm making my D-loop. So I've pulled it through as tight as it'll go, and it's kind of sitting there. So what you'll want to do is you want to cross over, because you don't want it to be through. You want to come back through the loop itself, and then come around and see you've made that other piece. Now it crosses over, which is great, so you have two different sections. Before you do that, you've tested it. You're going to go ahead and burn the ends of it to make sure it fits. Like I said, don't let it crystallize. If it does, you're going to have to reburn it. So make your little ball at the end. It takes a little time, but archery is an art of perfection. You have to really take your time with it to make sure everything has to fall in place with it. The D-loop that I use is just a common one. It's nothing fancy. Some of those that you can use will cut your string if you get them too tight. So your archery tech, when they go to training, they learn how to do all this. They should know pretty well how to tie a D-loop. If they can't tie a D-loop, then you better find you another archery store. The D-loops are work really well. So you'll come through like that, and then come around. Let's see here. We have big old fat fingers. There we go. So you'll have that pulled through. You have just a little bit tight. You don't want it real tight right now because you still have to put your peep in, and you still have to do a couple other things. Now once you want to check your level again when you do it. So we're going to bring you back out here a little bit more, and we'll go ahead and check the level on it. We're going to put our fancy dabbly string level on. Put it on like this, and just make sure that it's all squared just from touching it and working on it. This is an Apple bow vise, and they're pretty nice. So it keeps it where it needs to. So we're going to go ahead and take the arrow. We are sponsored by VAP, by Victory Archery and Victory Archery Piercing. So you're going to see our fancy little logos that you have here. Kind of nice. Victory Archery, I never knew too much about them because I really could not afford them, to tell you the truth. These are the 100th Straightness by Victory Archery. Victory Archery, and very nice. We put our own little custom wraps by arrowwraps.com, and then also the choice vanes that we use. I have always used VaneTech vanes. I have tried Blazers. They say that all of these are created equal. I can tell you that VaneTech, super nice company. They will take care of you. They will work with you as far as like what kind of setup you use. I use a helical fletching. This is more like a target arrow. I just made one of these because I was experimenting with it. This is not really a hunting arrow, but these things fly like a dart, especially with this new VAP arrow that you can see. Victory Archery and VaneTech joining forces, unbelievable. If they were to work with each other, if they haven't already, and VaneTech were to supply Victory Archery with their vanes, it's amazing what they could probably win for people. You can tell our arrow wraps that we had by arrowwraps.com. If you go to our website, you can get a discount purchasing any kind of arrow wrap that you want through Divine Outdoors, and I actually have a code on there that's written, so you could definitely use that. But let me get back to work. I don't want to bore you with specific things. Sorry about that. I just get kind of good on this stuff. When you pull it up, you want to make sure it's level. That's where this comes in handy. You know that little arrow tool that I was telling you about? You hook it right to your arrow, about probably, I don't know, 6 inches or so out. And when you pull your arrow rest up, it's going to tell you if it's too high or not. You just have to kind of pull it down till it's right where it needs to be. So you kind of hold it up. And never do that again. Right there on the money. So we have that right on there. So that's a good place. And the reason it has to be at that angle, so when you pull it down, it's going to lay on that launcher pad. Now, this is a neat little tool too that I got. This is a D-loop stretcher, and you can tell the way it works is it hooks right to your string, like so, and then you just want to tighten it just a little bit, just to hold it in place. Because we're going to work with that again here in a minute. Because sometimes when you put a peep in, your D-loop will kind of move left or right. You don't want that. You want it to be in place. So we have this launcher pad ready. We have our D-loop in. We're going to do a final testing on the draw. And then I got to get Brian a peep. So we like to use the big 5/16 peep, so you can see a little bit more. G5 makes a really good peep, and I'm hoping that I have some in here for him. I have a Target peep, and that's about it. So let me see. I got a secret stash from sponsors that they give us. Good stuff. But this is the G5 peep that I'm telling you about that I'm looking for right now. It's a 5/16 peep. We'll do that. It's really a nice setup as far as putting it on. You want it to kind of coexist with your other items that you have on your bow as far as the length. Let's go ahead and try. Let's go ahead and draw this back, and then I got to give Brian a call and tell him to go get him a peep, because it looks like I do not have any more here. So it'll literally take him probably a couple minutes to get over here. I know he's pretty excited. Let me put my Victory arrow back on and make sure it sits on the shelf properly. And we're going to go ahead and time it once again before we start tying that rest in. So, pull her back. Well, I don't want to do that. Okay, we got that. She's looking good. He'll be very excited. Well, I hope I helped you to put your Trophy Ridge drop zone rest on. If you have any questions, let us know. We'll try to help you out with them as best we can as far as like archery stuff. We do our own archery work around here. We do have a good time with it because we know it's done right. Nothing against the other archery shops, but I'm very particular with what I work on and very particular of as far as like what we do. So you take care and let us know and keep watching, all right? Take care. Bye-bye.